So we got an egg, baseball, tube of lipstick. All three things come from the farm, right folks? No farmers, no eggs. No farmers, no baseball. No farmers, no. That's right. Here we go, guys. 3 farm products. Boom. In the air at the same time. I'm going to see if I can toss an egg under a leg. Here we go. 1 egg under a leg. Whoa. Oh, clap now, folks. It doesn't get better. Yeah.
People come from all over to see what happens at the Minnesota State Fair, including learning about agriculture. And with me today is a great advocate for agriculture, Rhonda Ross, and Thank a Farmer. What is it that you do?
Well, I teach the general public about the importance of our farmers. You know, we take farmers for granted. Most folks, especially in our cities, go to a farmer's market, and that's the only thing they think about when they think about a farmer. They think about, you know, the fresh vegetables and stuff that they get at the farmer's market. And the reality is without a farmer, we wouldn't have any clothes, we wouldn't have the building materials, we wouldn't have the essentials in life.
That doesn't sound like a nice place to be.
Right, exactly.
Well, you've got a nice presentation. How did you start doing this?
Well, I have a different perspective because my family farmed, but I grew up in the city. I kind of have an idea of how little our folks that do not grow up on a farm know about farming. And the reason why I started doing the program, Thank a Farmer, is because I heard farm kids in Wisconsin, dairy kids talking about being bullied in school. And coming to school, you know, in the morning with a little mud on their boots because they've been, you know, helping out with the milking. And I thought, wow, you know, I mean, how would it have been if I would have been a farm kid going into my own school? And I realized I would have been bullied too. And I realized that the general public does not understand the importance farmers play in everything they do every day. So I created that concept of telling the consumer about the things that they use every day and then connecting it to the farmer. You know, the ingredients of that baseball didn't magically appear, you know, at the store. We have our cotton farmers, we have our sheep folks for the wool, and of course our dairy folks for the hide. A lot of folks don't realize that the Holstein cow is what makes the outside of our baseballs.
Well, baseball just wouldn't be the same without a cow behind it, right?
That's right, exactly.
Have you changed your mission at all at Thank a Farmer, or is it with your original principles?
It's the original principles, but you know, over the last few years, I've learned more about the misconceptions there are in agriculture. One thing is when I'm talking to the general public, I don't talk about agriculture. I talk about farmers and farming, and the reason is because the consumer, when they think of agriculture, they think of industry, they think of corporations, and they think of factory. And that is not what agriculture is. So I talk about farmers and farming.
Well, expand on that. What should they think about when they think about food and agriculture?
Well, number one, they need to think about that the farmer is a family farmer.
Okay.
You know, they think that everything's a corporation. I think partially when they go down our roads and they see seed corn signs, they think that seed corn company owns those fields. It's not the farmer advertising, you know, what he's growing in that field. They think that, you know, housing animals is a bad thing. And I think that sort of comes from our when we go to school, we learn about wild animals and we learn about their natural habitat, right? So they think farm animals need these big expansive fields, and the reality is our farm animals are domesticated and need to be cared for just like our dogs and cats. I get a lot of stroller moms that are concerned about, you know, organic or conventional hormones and things. Hardly any consumer out there understands that when something is when their chicken is labeled hormone-free, that the package right next to it that isn't labeled hormone-free is also hormone-free. You know, it's against the law since the 70s to add any additional hormones, and I've added that in the show. And I get a lot of questions because we're marketed to all the time, and a lot of times marketing starts the misconceptions. And so it's very, very important for the consumer to understand the importance of the farmer. My goal is what I really want is to have a National Thank a Farmer Day recognized in our nation's schools, and so that one day out of the year that school kids will realize how important our farmers are.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah, it's the hard thing of getting it done, but we're working on that.
I think you're capable.
Yes, hopefully so.
Well, you do a great job of thanking a farmer. May you keep up the mission for a long time, Rhonda.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
We're going to do an apple juice magic trick, okay? So Caitlin, you have a hold of that. I'm going to make a cone here. Cone needs to be a little bit bigger at the top than at the bottom. Just like this. I think we got a pretty good cone. Perfect. So I'm going to roll this up. You hold on to it right here at the bottom. Get a good pinch on it, okay? We're going to pour the apple juice into the cone, just like this. Now, we grow a lot of apples here in the United States. Washington happens to grow more apples than any other state, but there is a country that grows more apples than any place in the world. Anybody know what country that is? Chile. Very good guess. It's not Chile. China. That is right. And that is where a lot of our apple juice products come from. So double check where your origin of your apple juice or apples come from, because we're getting a lot from China. We're going to stick the glass right inside the cone just like that. And on the count of 3, we're going to say our magic words, thank farmer, right? Because no farmer, no newspaper, no farmer, no apple juice. Let's see if we can get that apple juice to jump into the glass instead of fall off the bottom onto Caitlin's toes. She's moving her toe. Here we go. Counting through our magic words, thank farmer. Ready, folks? 1, 2, 3. Thank a farmer. Okay, Caitlin, hold on to it until I can grab the glass. Okay, I think I got the glass. Let go. Let's see how much dribbles out. Go ahead, let go. Let's see how we did. Let go. Oh, I think we did a pretty good job. Just like that. Give her a big round of applause. Good job, Caitlin. Have a great time here at the Minnesota State Fair, and remember to thank our farmers. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Farm Connections, when we travel to the Minnesota State Fair to learn about agriculture and its impact on the entire state. Join us next time on Farm Connections.